one of the only places where you can be still yet moved at the same time. I'm your host, Destinee, and on this episode, we're going to be discussing social media and relationships. But first, let me go ahead and introduce to you my panelists. To the left of me, we have Rhea, Chris, Petrie, Christian, LMVP, Tamika, Latavia, and to the left of me, we have Gentia, Tia, Cree, T-Hope, Cody, Trinisha, and Dupree. Okay guys, so something that I've noticed just being a part of this social media era, I've just noticed how social media is kind of the defining line of what is a good relationship or a stable relationship. I've noticed that if you post someone, it's considered official versus if it's not official. How do you guys feel about that? Tamika?
I'm really bothered by it. Like, I am so bothered by it. I think that, in my opinion, I think that it's, weak-minded people are the ones that are allowing social media to have such an influence on like your life, your relationship. I think that's too much. It's one thing, we're speaking about, we're already programmed from other things, but now social media, I think it's ridiculous actually. And I think that we need to be stronger mentally so that way it doesn't happen anymore.
Cody?
But I feel like you can't tell me to delete my social media. To be with you, I feel like that's very insecure. Now, if you really rocking with me, I do feel like if you posting me out on your social media, she really rocking with me. She don't got no other dudes and nothing like that. But if you telling me I gotta delete all this,
let me read. I guess I didn't ask that. That is one of the questions. Would you delete your social media?
I wouldn't delete my social media to be in a relationship. Because if you trust me, you trust me. Like when you tell me delete it, you telling me like I don't trust you. You gonna be talking to these other girls on here. Like nah, that's not. I don't like that. You don't need to be with me if you gotta tell me to delete my social media. I'm not gonna tell you to delete yours. And I know dudes gonna be talking to you because if I'm talking to you, you looking like something. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna try to holler. So I can't be mad at that. That's what a man's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what a man's supposed to do. That's how I feel.
So no one would delete their social media?
No.
You gotta be
Would y'all share a social media page?
No.
Only for business purpose. If we're building a brand, that's fine.
I've seen married couples have a Trey Tamika page. Or
That's pretty dope.
That's a business.
No, that's dope.
I'm talking about a regular married couple have a Facebook together.
If I'm married,
But it's not a business or anything like that.
yeah. If I'm married, I'm share it.
I guess like if you're married.
If you're married, yeah.
Even
Share pictures of your family. Yeah.
If I'm
even if I'm married, I wouldn't do it. I need some level of separation.
Yeah.
I gotta miss you.
And we might have different interests, and I don't want to see what he got on his timeline. I'm pretty sure he don't want to see what's on my timeline.
Yeah, like you
What's on
looking
your
at hair, he's looking at, like,
Oh, so we can't have our own individual home.
I'm sorry?
You can't have our own individual home.
No, this is something I've observed. These people don't have their own several social
Oh,
media.
hell no.
You see that?
I ain't never seen that. I thought they would just come together and just make one. They have their
Not
stuff.
to promote themselves as a couple, but that's their social media.
Oh,
That's kind of weird. It's so weird.
That's something wrong. Yeah, that's something wrong.
Okay.
We gotta be on. Us, who messaging us? I ain't got nothing for it.
Do you guys feel like some people interact too much on social media while they're sitting next to their spouse or on a date with their spouse?
Yes.
Or just
I don't even think. Sorry, my bad. I don't even think it necessarily has to be spouse. I know we're speaking particularly about relationships. I just think it's rude in general. You know what I mean? Especially if you're talking about being out and all of that. It's kind of taking away from the focus. And I think that goes back to what she was saying. It's just like still putting a little bit too much emphasis on social media, period, and not being able to really pull away from it. That's really what the problem is. and it just kind of creeps into our relationships.
Yeah, that's very toxic. Very toxic. Yeah, if you're not paying enough, putting in quality time with your partner, it's going to become a toxic relationship. You don't appreciate each other. You're looking for that way out. If you have serious issues with that in particular. If you have serious issues with that, then yeah, that's going to be a way out to not fix the issue that you have when you continue with social media.
Have any of you guys ever experienced that? Like your significant, if you want to speak on it, your significant other being too active on social media while y'all are trying to have quality time?
I will say it was me, not my significant other, but I guess at the time of my relationship, I would post a lot, modeling pictures and all of that. So, I was getting a lot of notifications, posting a lot of pictures that I had taken. So, I would say that it did take a toll a little bit on my relationship. At one point, he did ask me if I could take some of my pictures down, and this is when I became pregnant, basically. And this is just to kind of touch on a different subject to connect on the social media as well. He asked, could I take some of my pictures down of my previous modeling pictures due to me becoming a mother. So
They were pretty revealing. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Anybody else?
The answer is no. I can't. I know. Like, we're individuals, and like when you agree to a partnership, you agree to come into a partnership, but as an individual.
I agree.
And I think that rolls into the word of control.
Yes.
And someone trying to control who you are and control what you do, control your social media, control what you post. And that's just not the relationship that I'm gonna sign up for.
You still got to be cognizant of the time that you got to put in with the partner. You do have to be cognizant. You have to be aware of that for sure.
Yeah, but when we're going into taking down pictures because you feel that they're too revealing.
Not that at all.
I'm not for that.
Yeah, no, that's a little bit too much. But as far as like not even just social media, but being on your phone too much while you're around your partner is going to end up toxic. Because you're not giving that time and devotion to even get to know that person even more than people. Yeah.
I agree.
Level, yeah. So it's.
I do feel like you said, as a mother, like I don't think you should, like two revealing photos, you with me, I don't want dudes looking at my woman. Damn, they seen everything I'm seeing. Like I don't want them to see that.
But I guess that
So I see.
she's a model in your profession.
Yes.
Right, if that's her profession, that's okay. But if that's not your profession, if you're not getting paid off of this.
But what if you are?
But I'm saying, if you're not getting paid off this, I'm not trying to.
That's how you Yeah, you met me as a model.
I'm saying, if you're not getting paid off of this, like, a man don't want to see his woman. Everybody see his woman, like, that's not.
That's how you met me though. Like, that's what I knew.
You knew
That's
what you
probably what draws you to me.
You knew what you about.
Right.
If it's a profession.
If it's a profession, if it's not, it's a different story. If you get paid, if you getting paid off of this, it's okay with me. But if you're not getting paid off of
You can
this,
get paid to talk on Instagram, so that shouldn't be the standing factor. It shouldn't
man,
be
look, I'm telling you from a man point of view. I can't. Like, I hear your woman point of view. This is a man point of view. You know what I'm saying? This is how we thinking. You know what I'm saying?
They're selfish and they.
Like you wouldn't want your.
Selfish, they don't want anyone else to see you.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that I'm selfish. It's like you don't know what goes through a man's head.
Selfishness. They don't want to see you.
Okay, so if I
I'm
was
not insecure like that. I'm not insecure. So if my woman want to show off her body and stuff like that, that's her profession. Embrace it. I would most definitely love. You know what I'm saying?
What if it's
But I'm
not her
insecure.
profession if she just wants to show?
I think I probably wouldn't be with that person again.
that's what it is. I want to be with that person.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be with a woman that wants to show her body.
No.
But that's okay. That's okay.
That's
You know
okay.
that. That's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about if that's a profession. That's a different story than that you just doing this all with.
What if it's her way to express herself? What if it's her art?
How are you expressing yourself?
That's a profession.
Can I explain that?
That's an art. No, if it's an art, that's a profession.
Right. Well, can I explain? Because I will say this. There are other women in our era that don't know themselves, that don't love their bodies. And if my body, stretch marks, whatever I got, cellulite or whatever I have, can influence another young lady, and she can look at me and say, wow, she's beautiful, she is embracing who she is, and I can influence her to love herself as a black queen, oh, I'm gonna do that. And I think social media has given us a platform to be able to do that and to make other women comfortable in their skin. That doesn't mean it's my profession, it's a part of what I do. It's not all of what I do. It's a part of what I do. So if I go on social media to say, hey, I love all of this skin that I am in, and I'm trying to influence other women to do that, it may not be my profession, but it's definitely a part of my profession. What?
I don't know he got
What? What?
You can't persuade this man to do nothing that he don't want to do. You can't persuade no woman to do nothing if she don't want to.
Not persuade, but you can. But because you feel comfortable, she can look at
I
you.
can agree with you on that.
You can't persuade. It's not about
women,
persuade.
Even let's say I follow this page and some mother's page, and this particular mother, she has stretch marks on her stomach, but she's very fit. She purposely shows those stretch marks to encourage other women that are mothers to be proud of them stretch marks. So that's influencing those.
I would say, I agree. If it's too much, then that's where
I
the
think
problem
where
lies.
the discrepancy is, I agree in that sense, but I know, like in social media today, a lot of people do that. But there are people that's not their intention. They're just doing it for life.
Right.
They're doing it to get attention from men or from women, from whoever. It's not. I'm saying, like, if that's your purpose, not saying it's your profession, but that's your purpose.
Right.
Like you said, then that's completely understandable.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that's not their purpose.
Right.
That's them trying to put themselves out there so they can be
But isn't
known.
that what social media is for you to express yourself freely and not be like
You can
prohibited
express
to what
it.
other people
You won't be single.
think? You just
You can express it.
I'm gonna say, because we're speaking about relationships, I think it's important because we have a man's perspective, we have women's perspective. But since we are talking about relationships, we have to, as women, we're making valid points. We want to express ourselves, have an influence, but in relationships, we have to take into consideration a man's way of thinking. You know what I mean? And men, like, he's not wrong. You know, and I'm playing like men, but that's how men actually think. So I think as women in relationships, we have to consider all factors, and sometimes we have to meet in the middle. Like, okay, we can want to express ourselves or be more of an influence, but hey, you may be with a man who just may not like that. You know what I'm saying? So it just has to be, not that you should stop who you are, but if you got a good man who's worth it, yeah, you have to be willing to compromise, because men do have a unique way of
I'm willing to
thinking.
compromise a little bit.
This is true. Like,
Poquito.
compromise is good, but men have to be able to compromise too. If I'm
Right.
gonna take down
Halfway.
my body pictures that you don't like, you need to stop liking Kim Kardashian's booty.
But can I say something? I want to say something, because that's not. That makes sense, but I think that because relationships are important to me, and like you say, it's not always the case where a man is liking those pictures and then requesting something from you. So we have to get to the point where we're willing to kind of hear our men out and not always find something to attack back, because not every man is on
Not
social
necessarily
media.
attack back, but like there's gotta be compromise. Like
You may not be liking, but you're following you.
right.
It's a halfway.
So if he's following and he's looking, you don't think the next
I
man?
personally don't care.
Yeah, you gotta secure it.
Yeah, personally, but I don't get no
Okay, but
or whatever it is. But
if you have a problem with me following and looking, don't you think the next man is following and looking you when you go?
Yes, but I'm following and looking at Michael B. Jordan, so it just is what it is. So I really don't care.
It's a matter of a conversation. Have a conversation and see what you're willing, what your feeling is.
Like everything else, it's a double standard, because we have the same men telling us, hey, if you're my woman, you can't post stuff like that,
but these are the women that you like to look at on your spare time. So I think so. Wait. But like she said, not all men are like that. Some men maybe have, I don't know, holy pages. I don't know. And that might be what's on his timeline. That might be what's on his timeline. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, we have to change the vision.
Then we have to go to the next question.
We just have to change the vision. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that is true. And then I also agree with Peachtree about knowing who you're with. Don't just put out here, and if you should know who you're with. You should know if that man is gonna not like what you're posting. And if he is, you should know if he's gonna be okay with you maybe having a more revealing shot than a fully covered up shot. So know who you're with and move forward that way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just being cognizant of the person that you're with, just having that awareness of, I would never told you to take that down. I would never tell women to take anything down. It's too controlling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't.
Have a conversation.
Yeah, I would never do. Yeah, it's insecurity.
That's control.
Control and insecurity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would never ever do that. But you still do have to be aware. Like if you free and willy nilly with it, then that's a different ball game. I don't think I could talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Or any woman, just in general.
That's right. That's
Right, but you wouldn't sign up for a free woman. You can be something free when you meet her. So
Yeah. But that's different though between the public eye and the private eye. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Most free women that I know are free. They're just
very
I know. But I'm talking about as far as like if it's free, if it's free to it has to have some type of boundary, especially if you're in a relationship. Yeah.
And that's another episode.
Right.
My next question for you guys: do you feel like posting someone is a requirement for a relationship?
Absolutely not.
No.
I don't think it's a requirement, but if this person is known for posting a lot,
Like you post to everybody but me.
he needs to post me. But if it's a person that's barely on there, this what he do, then no.
Okay.
I think it varies with the person, the type of person that you're with. Like I don't post on my social medias, unless you got me on Snapchat. But so it would be odd for me to just post somebody.
Right.
Versus if I'm with somebody and he's constantly posting, he's constantly doing this.
Ladies, have y'all ever experienced that? Like dating a dude and he never, I don't know, I guess never posted you and invited you, maybe in your younger ages? No?
I think that it just depends on the person that you're with. I personally have never had like someone like not post me or me like get mad like why you didn't post me, like I think that says something different. Like that's like, okay, you want people to know for a reason. Like you want people to see that for a reason. If it's bothering you that much, I feel like, cause we all know people that are like that. It's like, why you didn't post me? Like, you need to post me. Like what? Like well, I don't understand why you got food in the picture and I ain't in the picture. Like but I think that speaks to something else. It's like it kind of goes back to like insecurities. And I think in like everybody's younger days, everybody's been there at some point. We can lie and say we haven't, but like when you was in high school or when we first got to college, like let's be serious. So I feel like it speaks to like a different insecurity to me. Like if you're like, oh, why didn't you post me? It's like you kind of want somebody to see you, to know that's okay, but not in a point of where it's like it's a hard deal breaker for you. Like it shouldn't be no deal breaker in your relationship. It shouldn't be that serious.
Cody and Beatrice?
I think I like what she said. It depends on like what you want. If I'm with you, we've been together for some years or two, and you posting the food, you ain't posting who you with. I feel like she talking to other people. Like, that's how I feel. Cause if I ain't posting you, I know what I'm doing on the side. Like, that's how I feel. So it's like if you're not posting, what? I'm just saying. I don't know if that's insecurity. I'm just saying. If I'm not posting you, see who's talking about me? Wait, bro, I'm saying. If we've been together for a year or two. And I haven't posted you at all. You're not just messing with me, bro.
That does not mean.
Okay, that's how I see
Because me personally, I could be married with kids and y'all would never know.
Would never know exactly. Like it's
I'm
just
just saying.
Yeah, because social media is now, especially Instagram, is now being used as a platform to promote business.
Right.
You know, and promote
But-
what you're doing in life and activities that you're doing, not necessarily your personal lifestyle, but what you're doing on a business standpoint.
Listen.
So a lot of people are using social media for business and not necessarily using it for personal,
Can I-
which is me. I don't post I just had a niece. I will not post my niece on there. My brothers. I don't post my personal family situation. So whoever I'm going with up front will already know she don't post family. She only posts what she likes or
Right.
business or situations like that.
But-
So what, Cody?
Hey, my wife.
You keep
My-
on
gotta keep that in mind.
My wife is not my wife. My girlfriend, whatever.
Your wife?
She is my business.
Maybe want a wife?
Like she's my business. Like we're not coming in. I look at a relationship as a business. I don't think people look at it as a business. My wife is
That's what we gotta say, right?
Yeah, well, it's a business within
No,
it.
he's his own man.
It's a business within it. Whatever I'm doing, she's doing that too. Or whatever she's doing, I'm doing that too. So if I'm selling t-shirts, she's selling t-shirts with me. You know what I'm talking about? We together. Like if you look, it's a guy named Toby. Do y'all know Toby out of Houston?
Toby the Wigwam.
Yeah.
Look at what him and his girl is doing. It's a guy named Toby.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's when you post with your wife or your girlfriend like that, you get more sales than what you're doing by yourself, man. Like I'm not.
I mean,
So
that's
That is
your
true.
problem.
We're not talking about
So still, that's from a business aspect.
Yeah, that's
I feel like what she was saying, similar to what she was saying, is you're separating the two completely.
Right.
Like if you're a person that every day, every 48 hours, you're hosting something personal, right? You're not even necessarily mentioning your brand, your company, your job, the 9 to 5, whatever the case is.
surgery you had.
And you've been with somebody 24 months, then they're gonna kind of have that itch. I think it's natural to have that expectation. But on the flip side, especially if you're, like you said, if you're somebody that's always posting something personal, but on the flip side of that, in my opinion, there shouldn't be any pressures about when you're gonna post me or how often you're gonna post me. But I think
Especially if you're keeping up with my content, you know exactly what I
right,
post.
that ain't
You know I just had a brand new niece being born 3 months ago and I never have posted her.
right.
So and you know me on a personal level. Personally, I'm ecstatic about being an auntie for the first time, but I've never posted it. So now you know what my content is, so you should never be afraid or inferior of what I'm posting, period. Like,
Right.
you know what my content is.
I personally don't even allow significant others to follow me on social media.
Yeah.
Me either. Me either. Me either.
That's something you don't.
Me either. No, it's not. I don't either.
I'm the exact same way.
No, I didn't follow my ex. And I was with him for 5 years and I didn't follow him. So that's very true.
Y'all have to learn how to
Don't want him to see.
They need control and see. Y'all have to learn how to.
No, so I get it. Speaking of, let me.
I don't mind it.
So I'm gonna speak from a man's point of view, I guess. But it'd probably be one and the same. Unless we met, unless we met on social media or something, right? When I'm entertaining somebody, I suggest that we don't follow each other because I want you to get to know me for me and not what you're deciphering or trying to discern from social media. It's 2019. Since we've been getting invitations for Facebook, we've slowly started to let the social media validate our nature of relationships. Be it the platonic, be it our romantic relationships. So if we really trying to court each other, unless we met online or something like that, then let's just court each other. What's aside from that? You know what I mean? And I think the same goes for being exclusive with somebody. Like, I don't need you come to me about what happened on here. Because if I'm with you, I'm rocking with you, and I'm feeling you, I'm loving you, or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to be foul over here. So I don't want you to take something misconstrued what it may have been, and then try to present that in my relationship.
Yeah,
We
I
like,
feel like
arguing
social
about it.
media with relationships opens up a lot of miscommunication. Like the whole liking things, or like he just said, you could have did anything, but that person reading it, like I'm not a texter. Texting misconstrues things. I'm a communicator.
Right.
So I would rather communicate with you in real life and not on social media. So that's kind of what social media does for me with relationships. I just don't like it.
So it's not as important to you.
Yeah.
Right. So whether my significant other follows me or not, I use this tool, which is a tool. Instagram is a tool to me to drive my business. It's not my personal.
Right.
Yeah. So
or they can follow me. I just don't follow them back. I personally don't see what you're doing. You can
Absolutely.
stalk my stuff all you want.
Why don't you want to see what they're doing though?
Because I just don't. I'm not on there to. I know you.
I know you in real life.
I'm right here to think about you. Why do I want to see what you're
In real life.
on the internet?
That's kind of
Fake
so.
life.
I mean, it's not necessarily about seeing them, but just you know, like it's just you have.
I guess for me, social media, like I said, it's for business for me.
Right.
And then other than that, I go there for hair. I go there for nails. I go there for fashion.
Right.
I'm not
It's
on
the
there
new
to see what
Google.
Cardi B is doing. I don't care about any of it.
To me, it's the new Google.
It's like a.
You don't get on Facebook?
A search section.
I'm on there, but I'm not on there seeing what they're doing.
I'm not doing it either, but I wouldn't sometimes saying that I'm not gonna follow my girl or not.
You can follow.
Yeah, but I want them to follow me too. But it still kind of open up some kind of dangerous
But like what though?
miscommunication too.
Why are we not communicating in real life?
No, you can do that. You can, but I still think all doors of communication should be open and truthful and spread out as far as like, this is who I am.
So you would take that as that person hiding something? Because they don't want
I would take that. I'm not being insecure, but I would kind of take that some kind of way, your form of hiding something if you're not.
If it's I guess because in the past when I was younger, I would follow, I would interact, and now that I don't do that as an adult, I have a completely different experience.
In my opinion,
Because I don't want relations to be open. Like you gotta be
Here's the thing.
completely open.
In my opinion,
because I'm going to be
You can have my
completely open.
I don't think it's being. I don't.
You can have it. I'm not trying to hide anything. You can have passwords.
Terrell, Tamika, then Cody.
So I don't think it's being less transparent. It's more so than it's being not in
Some form.
I don't think it's being less transparent, but it's more so not allowing it to validate anything in your
It's not
relationship.
validation.
It is. If you're putting that much emphasis on it.
No.
It's not emphasis, it's just saying like, it's so simple, like, I feel like if you have that conversation up front with your significant other, like, yo, this is my social media, if you don't have nothing to hide, then it shouldn't be a problem.
I don't know, I guess when I first started dating, I say that. It's just a thing.
No, it's not. There's no problem for me. But my thing is, I might not follow you. You know what I mean? But if you choose to follow me, then let's not allow something that you see
And maybe
creep up and we have
maybe
this and we have crazy conversations.
Me and him are entrepreneurs that do stuff on Instagram, so maybe that's why we can see
And
it.
then it's not y'all talking about the beginning stages too.
I'm talking about
saying that too.
No, I'm talking about in general. If we're 2 years down the line and for whatever reason you feel like because if I'm with you, I'm not gonna be left. I'm not gonna be doing nothing foul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't need you 2 years down the line. You trying to check me about something on Instagram.
Yeah.
Nah, because this wasn't that.
Yeah.
I'm with you, mom. Like you it's you and
I totally agree.
So that's where I am.
I think it's
I agree with Chris. Like I'm even a little like, why wouldn't you want, your partner to see your social media page? But in a sense, like I don't really understand it, but I do think we should. It's about openness. And then too, if you're saying something on social media that your significant other may or may not check you about, you may not need to be saying it with respect to your partner. Right. Because now, especially women, like all of our feelings aren't validated as women, but women, we have a lot of emotions. So we could see something and it may make us feel some type of way. Not that we're right, not that we're justified in our feelings, but out of consideration for your woman. And you may need to say, you know what, baby? You taking that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that serious.
You can be following me on Instagram. You're not together. We've been rocking 3 years into it.
Okay.
And I see a picture. It's not super revealing or anything like that. It may be a decent looking sister, modeling or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I can throw up a fist, maybe a heart followed by and another fist or something like that. You might come to me and feel like I was wrong.
But there's a reason behind that though.
Kudos to sis.
Listen, as an entrepreneur, you have to be interacting like that on social media because that's how you grow your business.
Okay, well, hold on, let me say.
But now we're going to have this conversation
You're
because
gonna always
she took
have
it
this
away.
conversation.
True story.
She saw the heart, but I'm just.
I wouldn't take it.
You're not my woman 3 years down the line.
Yeah,
Okay.
even if I was with a woman that was 3 years down the line, bro, I wouldn't take that out.
Okay, so listen.
Security.
But women, there are women that do.
Yeah.
But that is something that was completely misconstrued, right?
But if she must be insecure, you must not be providing her with a certain level of security because there's no reason why your woman's being insecure about anything like that.
No, literally, even with me,
It's like
like how she was saying earlier,
personal thing.
my being an entrepreneur, my phone is always going, like, from notifications off Instagram. So I could be at a date and it'll still be doing it. It's not that I'm trying to be on my phone. My phone is just continuously doing something.
Yeah.
If you're not an entrepreneur, you can't possibly understand why my phone is doing
I
it.
understand that.
Right.
You think you understand, but when you get in that relationship, it's bothering you.
Right.
Okay, so
No,
here's
it
the thing.
wouldn't,
That's
right.
like they said from the beginning, because I'm an entrepreneur too, and like my form of entrepreneurship, like my fiance now, he has to be strong, because I literally go live. I have a Facebook page. I go live on my Facebook, and I literally meet men, and I talk to them. I minister to them, whatever you want to call it, and I don't want none of them in, you know. So it's like, and I let him know that up front. You're gonna have to be secure with yourself, because I'm an entrepreneur. How I build my business, PR, is by meeting people. We don't have those issues. It's a matter of openness, understanding, and all that social media stuff.
And that's all cool. And I know when I come to you talking about why you talking to Joe like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the nature of
He
my
has another key.
Yeah, but that's what any relationship revolves around effective
Because I'm an open
communication.
person. That doesn't mean that the person I'm dating is as open as he claims to be.
Then you might not last long, so you gotta make sure you get to know that person.
Like you're saying, what you're saying about like, even like your phone's going, you don't understand that. Even if he don't follow you, your phone still be blowing up. And you still don't
Exactly.
understand that. So him not following you, and you not following him, it's
No, that was two separate examples.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's not gonna make a difference. Like, I just feel like it's about, like you said, it's about being open.
Open,
Like,
yeah, it's about
to me,
being
it's
open.
if I know him and I know, like,
I'm not about to sit up here and deal with
You
that,
know me in real life, but you don't know my social media personality.
I'm not about to deal with that, yo. It's not about no security. It's not about the security.
It's not about being less transparent, but don't put so much emphasis on it. Is all I'm saying. You're gonna follow me, then you're not gonna have this conversation about
Right.
somebody.
And I can agree with that.
Because I'm not. It's not what it is. You can pull back.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's all I'm saying. It's not
Okay, I agree with that.
It's not about having the opportunity to hide anything, because the man, whether you follow him or not.
I think I'm coming from my perspective. If I'm super open with you and you hiding the 10%, I'm gonna have a little, not insecurity.
It has to be mutual.
Yeah, so I'm saying, but if it's something like that's what I'm saying, you gotta be completely open.
And I agree with that, but I'm saying what he's saying, I don't have
completely
time, not even 2 seconds to deal with that.
Exactly though. No, I get that.
No.
So to me, not following me, we need to follow the bud.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit up here and say be insecure about that for sure.
So that leads me to my last question. Do y'all think social media can ruin a relationship?
No.
A weak relationship that wasn't good to me.
No, not a weak, not a strong, a relationship.
No.
I feel like it has.
Relationships that don't have a solid foundation.
I feel like a solid foundation can be messed up from social media.
Then you didn't have a solid foundation. There was no solid foundation.
There's no solid foundation.
There was no solid
No
foundation.
foundation.
You messed up your
Never solid.
relationship.
I can say
Never
that
saw.
because I can agree with that, because I post something and you'll see a girl that I was messing with a long time ago. She posts something on that, like, you know what I'm saying? She posts some controversial stuff on there. My girl be like, who is that? You know what I'm saying?
All respect, don't take that down. All respect, take that down.
I'm just saying, I understand where she come from, and I do understand where you come from. But it can mess up your relationship because
If you allow it
If you
to.
allow it.
Both parties have to not allow it to.
Yeah, for sure.
See, this is the thing. Most people that say no are the same people that have the deal breakers when it comes to social media. Like if I can't follow you, if I can't see you.
Like that.
So that's ruining a relationship if you're putting that. Like I'd rather have a person over his profile.
Yeah.
Because to me, you can be whoever you want to be on the
Nah, man,
internet. But I'm getting you as a
You showing
person.
different personalities.
But the same people saying you can't bully it by social media are the same people that say, well, if you don't let me do this,
Yeah, like we're the same people that are saying we don't want to, like the following thing can kind of mess with, or like you
That's
said,
ruining your relationship.
we're saying it can be ruined, and
Don't-
y'all are saying it can't.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not controlling, I'm not insecure, but you have to be completely open with me. That's me, because I want the same energy. The simple fact that I would not let would not let social media control my relationship. If a girl that I know used to talk to, a girl that someone saw something on there and she said something and my girl think it's going to be controversial, I'm going to take that shit down.
Okay,
I'm not
so
doing
that
it.
means you do think social media can start talking. It definitely can start talking. Social media can start talking.
Because if I don't want my girl to feel uncomfortable about nothing.
That's what a real man gonna do. Consider his woman's feelings. Like I said.
I'm gonna consider her first before that dude. Even if I post a picture of me in my face, if I post a picture of me in my face and the girl would say something, you know, anything that would make my girl feel uncomfortable, I'm taking that down. I'm not I'm not taking the picture down. I'm taking the girl comment down.
Can I please respond to that?
I'm taking the girl comment down. I'm not about to have mine. Hell no.
If you being honest with her, you don't have to take it. Leave it up.
No. That makes her feel uncomfortable. That makes her feel uncomfortable, bro. I'm not about to deal with that.
I really want to say this because true story. And that's why openness is important because women, we have feelings, period. And any real woman in a relationship, you love your man, you're gonna be vulnerable and sensitive behind your man. I don't care how strong you are. You're gonna have those vulnerabilities. Therefore, it's not about it can ruin in the relationship. It's about both parties. It's about man and woman both playing their part. And any man knows the type of shit that's gonna trigger his chick. So any real man that wants his relationship to sustain is gonna be proactive about it. And he's gonna make sure that it's not gonna relate the relationship because he don't know if it's gonna make her feel uncomfortable or not. But my man do that, and he move. And I tell my man all the time, like, you don't necessarily have to do that, but I see where he's coming from because hey, I'm a real woman. If I have a bad day and he's right there, he's liable to get, you know what I'm saying, just depending on how bad my day is because it's feelings. We all have feelings. Those are normal. So we can't sit here and act like as women in relationships, we don't ever feel insecure. We don't ever feel some type of way because that's totally normal.
And I agree with you on that, but I'm simply saying,
Social media.
how often,
It's gonna
what if this happens? I don't know if y'all put it serious, but what if this happens every day? You're gonna keep doing that every day, all the time?
No. If it happens every day, then you're in a relationship with the wrong person. Y'all don't have a solid foundation, and you might need to part ways. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta move around, cause ain't nobody gonna put up with that every day.
But what if that man, like we tried saying, you're gonna keep, I guess you're saying taking care of it or whatever?
Yeah, I'm a judge.
How often you gonna do that?
Well, it's not.
You compromising and she won't take down a picture for you.
Now you speaking from personal experience, cause
I would. If I post a picture and a man comments in a provocative, sometimes they do get provocative depending on what the picture is, and they say, "Damn, you look good" or whatever.
Yeah.
And my man like, "Damn, that I really don't feel comfortable with that." I'm gonna look at him like, well, why not? And because
I'm not gonna do that.
Because I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you.
I'm not gonna tell my girl I feel comfortable.
If your man is insecure like that, then you gotta know if your man it can only ruin a relationship that does not have a solid foundation.
Conversations and I can hear everything.
Yeah, it doesn't. It only can ruin a relationship that doesn't have a solid foundation. If I know my man is a little insecure to social media, I have to understand that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pick and choose whether I want to be with his little self.
But this is your business. So you post a picture of you just, I don't know, walking down the street, and a man says, "Damn, that booty look good," because you got an ass. Because you have an ass. You just have an ass.
I wouldn't trip about that. Nobody should trip about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody should be tripping.
My own clothes, so that was an issue for me.
Right.
That's why I just
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not trying to be funny or go big, but like beautiful women, some men are a little insecure and they have that issue. So being a beautiful, strong woman, you gotta know going in, you need a certain type of man. Like I was in a very toxic relationship.
I'm crazy.
No, I say I do it. You're not gonna say I'm crazy.
I don't respect that. No, man.
A man don't respect that.
I don't respect that, man. If you come up and telling me the truth, you being honest with me.
I get it. I get it. My man loves me for that.
Yeah. If you being open and honest with me about, I'm gonna embrace that.
I'm open and very honest. I'm probably too honest person. So I get all y'all saying about the open and honesty. I get it.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
but some stuff I guess my patience with small talk. That's small talk to me. I'm not gonna talk to you about it.
In a relationship, you have to compromise. In a relationship, there'll be a lot of small talk.
In a relationship, you have to. You have to address every dot. Yes, in a relationship. You have to address every and T get crossed. You have to address every single thing.
I think that it depends on the relationship. It's like I think it can ruin a relationship, but only if you let it. If you, like you said, you sit down and have a conversation. Like if those, I'm not saying you should have those. Just like let's use his scenario. He said he would take it down. Now if he's doing that every other, I'm saying take the comment down.
No, I gotta explain. If it's something that's going to agitate controversy between
then you're gonna take it down.
Take that down.
But I'm saying take that and you're saying if it happens every day.
No, in my mind, a type of person, male or female, that notices stuff like that, I feel like that type of person gets bothered by every little thing. So you're gonna always have
No, my type.
No, not every
You got to think, but once again,
every-
when you're dealing with a man, like, okay, let's say one of these men that are not in love with you, it's not gonna bother them. If a man is in love with you, wants the best for you, every little thing
Yes,
about you
everything.
is gonna bother him. That's what love does. That's what love does.
Now I love really hard, so I'm gonna everything. I don't want you to get.
That would get on my nerves.
No, but I don't want you. I don't want nothing to upset you. I don't want if it does. No.
You gotta let him talk. You gotta let him talk, man.
No, I'm
You
not.
gotta turn your comments off.
No, like that, man. But I'm saying, if I know something is gonna upset you, I know you. That's what I'm saying. If I know you, if I know something that's gonna upset you, like not me taking out the trust. Some girls may not trip about something like that, but if something is gonna really upset you, I will most definitely protect your feelings. That's what I have to do as a man with provider. What do you have to do?
I'm with him.
More black men take notes.
Yeah, you have to do that. You have to protect you. I don't want nothing to get you upset or aroused.
That's really sweet.
To that degree like that. Something will upset you, but something will upset you. Right? Yeah, something will upset you. You have to take that step down to be like, look, let's fix this. You know
For
what I'm saying?
example, because I know you. Hypothetically speaking, let's just say you were dealing with a guy and he had somebody that he had been dealing with from the past constantly. Not just once, not just twice, but constantly posting a comment on his picture.
What type of comment is it?
That ain't
Come on.
Because this is my thing.
I remember them days.
It doesn't even matter. It could be,
Maybe she's just saying, I remember them days.
It could be a picture of you and him, but she's commenting on
Is he entertaining it?
You wouldn't know.
If he's not entertaining, you cannot. That girl, he can block her on her page. She can go and create a whole fake Becky page and be doing the same thing. I don't care. As long as he's not.
But you wouldn't even know that was her.
But how would you know if he is?
No, I would because we have these from the fake page.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. She would still do certain things. If she wants that man, she's gonna still do certain things. My issue is
That
with
man
her.
has to step
It's
up. I'm sorry, I
him.
need to cut you off. That man has to step up and shut that girl
He,
down.
no, I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
No, he don't have control over it.
You gotta shut
No,
that down.
he don't have control over if she wants to still harass him or not. That's not my place. It's not my business.
That's right.
Hey, a man will go if a man is in love with you, and I'm going from a perspective. I guess I'm going from my perspective. A man will do anything to not arouse your feelings like that. He will protect.
He's not doing anything. She's doing it.
Yeah, but still though, that's her. I'm still gonna shut that girl
For you to
down.
answer this
Regardless of how I
question.
get
So
there.
you're saying that it would not bother you if you were.
I'm not saying it would bother me, but it wouldn't bother me enough for
But
me to keep bothering him.
Here's the thing, the man, like he said, will shut that down to where it wouldn't even be a question
She said,
of
yes,
if you're bothering
it
her
wouldn't
or
be a question.
not.
But you would want him to do that.
You
Yes.
really would. You may not. Yeah, you would.
But I know you.
But this is the game. I'm not following him to see all this.
Maybe that's why you're not following him. You're preventing it from happening.
But she's protecting her energy.
But
That's a bad thing.
Why?
I think the man has to put more foot down.
That's true.
What is she doing?
That's true, but she's her own personal first line of defense.
Right. So you protect yourself.
Then it comes down to brother. I get exactly what
Like
you're saying.
everybody else in this room will be upset about it, but she wouldn't know about it. So
I
she
wouldn't
you
know.
know.
I would first see how he's taking it, how he's handling it.
Right. So then let's keep in mind we're talking about social media here. So the same insecurities and feelings that can pop up on social media can pop up at the club.
Yes.
That's why it's just petty that social media has so much influence on your relationship. Because that same chick that's commenting on his status, y'all can be in the club, she can be eyeing him in the club.
I'm shutting it down.
It's stupid because back in the day, people did not find love through social media. It wasn't made off social media. But now all of a sudden, we have to have social media. We have to be on each other. You know, that shit don't make sense. This shit is
Black Panther?
it's mechanical. Like this stuff is all mechanical. It's made in a lab. And we get on it and say, now this is gonna dictate if we're gonna be in love now. Like, that's dumb.
No, it's not.
We can't do
We're not saying
like
that.
that.
I'm not saying
Cody,
that.
you
We're not
agree,
saying
and then
that.
Tanisha.
We're not saying
Oh,
that.
I'ma say it like J. Cole said, it's just a photograph.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It's a photograph. You don't know if you see this girl, her breath might stink. You don't know what I'm talking about. So you don't know if this person, you know what I'm saying? It's just a photograph, man. Like, I understand that.
But if my woman, if certain triggers, it's that. If it's not,
But I'm not gonna check.
I'm not gonna trigger.
I'm not gonna check if it's business.
If it's not gonna trigger, I'm
If
not
it's
gonna
business
trigger.
wise and the dude like a dude on her photo, man, dang, she fine, or she got a big ass. I can't trip over that, bro. That's what it is. Like that's what it is. But I don't know. We just need to delete social media.
Thank you. You agree, and I'm gonna end up with Tia.
Basically, like with my girl, I just tell her personally, respect us whenever you out, period. Like I'm comfortable enough, she's comfortable enough to do what she needs to do on social media and all of that. Now, when it comes to the time for me to have to protect her and shut a lot of these dudes down, trust and believe I'm gonna do that. So, but do it bother me? Can it ruin a relationship? Yes, but like y'all's been saying, that's only if you ain't got no solid foundation. Because social media is still just a program. Without users, it don't work. So, that's me. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Tia.
No wonder you got a girl. She smashed that up.
I feel like on the question in general, like whether it can ruin it or not. In my opinion, I feel like it can ruin it if you let it. I think that, like you said, if it's persistent and you're constantly having to delete people's comments, stuff like that, then that's the point where you like, okay, we need to sit down and have a conversation about this. How are we gonna go about it going forward versus just letting it go on. Like you're saying, like, oh, I would be annoyed if I had to keep having that conversation. You shouldn't have to keep having it. At some point, there should be a standstill and like, okay, let's really address the situation instead of just doing little petty day-to-day, week-to-week stuff. So I feel like it can if you let it. Like, if you care about your relationship, then you can try to fix it, and you should be able to. Like, social media shouldn't be that big. It's like you said, we really just need to leave it all together. But I mean, at this point, like,
Which
it's
goes
not going
back to what
to
Destinee was saying, just don't follow each other.
Or I have a solution.
It's not gonna ruin.
Or we can be stronger in our minds and in our emotions. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to worry about none of that.
But I mean, think about celebrities who have social media. Everybody gets insecure, so that's like you said earlier. Like everyone gets insecure, boy or female or male. Everyone gets insecure, and that's something that you have to deal with. So
I just want my man to be on Jay-Z and Beyonce status. Like if I am this degree of security, of confidence, then I'm just using social media as the platform that it is, and baby, you know what it is. So no matter if somebody is commenting on my picture, whatever I decide to post, then that's just them, and it's okay. But we have our own personal lifestyle that we are tended to on a 7-day, 24-hour daily basis, and you're secure in you and I'm secure in me, and there's nothing wrong with that. We sipping Mai Tais on the beach. Like, we don't care what somebody is saying on our social media sites. It's just used as the tool as it is, as the platform that it is, and we just let it go. Like, that's where I'm at.
Hey, Beyonce's sister be with Jay-Z. Something happened. He didn't shut down.
No, that was not from a like on social media.
That's what happened.
That's
fucking another woman.
You're gonna put more like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put my boy business out there.
He dropped the whole album talking about it.
And on that note, we're gonna have to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Dun dun dare, dun dun dare. Okay, it was on the 44th POTUS, all in a beautiful FLOTUS. Rachel the last who want it, all of the cool kids on it. Don't need a dollar, but if you got this in your DNA, partner, you born rich. Dr. Miami gets millions of dollars to bless him with features we born with, like big lips, wide nose. Used to be like stars, ISOs, now big lips, wide nose, thick thighs, they life goes. See the sun, we absorb that A stay down like a floor mat, yeah. It's the reason Brian jumps so high, it's the reason Usain run a 4 flat. Puff that and we don't stop. Black don't crack, don't need Botox. In the 60s, looking half they age. Angela Bassett, Felicia Rashad. Talk that talk, no more being modest. What you call a woman with the pigment? God, it's impeccable genetically. You better check the pedigree. Be dominating every single contest. Woo! It's power, it's healing, it's medicine, man. It's tougher than tougher, you're delicate, decadent, elegant, present that's better than man. Today we addressing the elephant, and the secret is all in our melanin, man. For the pigment, there's nothing short of magic. It's for everybody wishing that they had it. For the love that they secretly got for us. For the ancestors, cause they fought for us. Don't you never let them tell you you ain't gorgeous. They can't ignore us, the world high key adores us. The powerful potion, the nectar of truth. I'ma show you what this melanin do. Sunburn? What's that? All hair? Don't touch that. No dreads here, gotta cut that. Walk out the office right now like fuck that. This energy is real, ain't a tough act. Step out of line, get cussed at. Tell a head to kick rocks, better punt that. Everybody come from melanin and that's a fun fact. He black, she black, we black. 3 facts, do yo research. Ancient Egypt built the pyramids, create a religion. Civilizations that melanated people in it. They copied the blueprint, but they would not admit it. They burned the books and hoped that we were gonna forget it, but no. Look at your skin. I see pride, I see power. That's cool runnings. Keep it coming. 24 hours like Jack Bauer. Woo! The melanin come in so many different colors, and not one shade is better than the other. Dark skinned daddy with an Anglo mother. The black queen mama had a European lover. Dominican, a Haitian, don't check other. Mexicans and Puerto Ricans just brown brothers, and the white man just a black man who went to Iceland centuries ago and lost his color. Now get mad if you want to, but tell lies what I don't do. Don't erase the facts, just embrace the facts that you got that melanin on you. For the pigment, there's nothing short of magic. It's for everybody wishing that they had it. For the love that they secretly got for us. For the ancestors, cause they fought for us. Don't you never let them tell you you ain't gorgeous. They can't ignore us, the world high key adores us. The powerful potion, the nectar of truth. I'ma show you what this melanin do.